I'm back. And before we get into this little discussion that we about to have, I hope everybody's doing well. I know, wish nothing but peace, love, and abundance and prosperity to you in this lifetime. And yeah, let's get into it. And don't come for me, okay? Just because I express my opinions and we don't have the same opinions, we don't have the same life experiences. Um, so don't come for me. If I say anything I don't like, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to say anything mean. But yeah, so let's talk about why is it okay for women to leave the relationship but not a man? When a man leaves a relationship, oh, it's he never deserved you. You you was better than him. He didn't try. He didn't put as much effort as into you. He's not strong enough for you. But when a woman leaves a relationship, it's a yes, girl. I can't believe you finally let him go. I can't understand how you was putting up with that for so long. I'm so proud that you left that relationship. I'm so proud. And yes, as women we do put up with a lot, but I feel like men put up with a lot also. It's not everything is just so one-sided, and it takes a lot of inner work to realize that you have some issues that you may need to work on and that um, how selfish you are. And this is coming from a queen of toxic relationships, okay? I used to be the queen of a toxic relationship, and it took me a while to realize that not everything was his fault. I was selfish, I was toxic, I was crazy, I was obsessed, I had made up some type of fantasies in my mind also. So, you know, sometimes us women need to know that we ain't all butterflies and roses ourselves. So, not every time a man leaves a relationship, he has to be the scum of the earth. You know, he doesn't have to put up with your mess as well as you don't have to put up with his mess. And I feel like women have this entitlement to where, oh, men don't leave me, I leave them, and have this entitlement that a man has to stay with them until they're done with them. And no, if a man breaks up with you, I feel like you should just be like, okay, I respect your decision. I know it sucks or whatever, but I feel like that's why everybody needs to learn to love without attachment because I feel like the the harder you hold on to something and the more you want something to work out, it just, you know, it doesn't. You actually lose it. The the tighter you hold on to it, you just lose it. So I just feel like to work on detachment is beneficial to everyone. But I just feel like you have to remember that you are what you attract. And if your relationship is toxic or, maybe you're playing a part in it and you should take a look into what part you are playing. And I feel like yes, men love unconditionally, and I feel like that's the purest form of love. And I feel like women love with too many conditions. If you don't do this, I'm leaving you. If you don't have this, you don't make this, I'm leaving you. If you're not this tall, I'm leaving you. If you're not, you know what I mean? It's just like they have so much entitlement, and it's like they're entitled to rule the relationship, but they want men to lead. But men don't lead because, like I said, you're acting like you're the leader, and I feel like some women don't realize that, and I feel like some women don't realize how much they don't love in a pure form. You have too many conditions for him, and if you want to love somebody inside and out, you need to love without um, conditions. I know it's hard because I'm not saying just be a doormat, let him do whatever. I'm not saying that at all, but I just feel like in order to love purely, you have to love without conditions, you know. And I feel like men do love without conditions. They love unconditionally, and men will put up with so much. You calling them bad names. God forbid if they call you a bad name. God forbid if they tell you that you're PUSSY is trash. But you tell everybody that his DICK is weak shrimp game, So I just feel like women need to kind of settle down. I know we wear a crown, but so do men, And if that man wants to leave, it's not the end of the world. It's his own issue, And what I'm saying it's his own issue, not that if he doesn't like you or whatever, nothing like that. I'm saying it's his own issue because if he wants to leave, that's on him. Maybe he feels a certain type of way, and that's okay, you know? But I just feel like men suffer so much in relationships. Um, Women love to belittle them to their families. They love to tell their friends, family, sisters, cousin what he has done, what he doesn't do, what he can't do at this time, what he doesn't want to do at this time. And I just feel like that's disloyalty. You're belittling him. You're basically making him feel small in your world when you guys are supposed to build a world together. And he's supposed to be big in your world. Um, and sometimes I feel like women even paint this picture to their kids about their father sometimes that he's hurt me, he's done this, he's done that. And, it's kind of like if he can't even be big to his kid, who can he be big to? He can't be big with you. He can't be big to his kid. You've already done painted a picture to that kid. Now, I'm not saying every woman does this, no, but I'm saying that some women do like to use their children in, um, in the middle of a relationship. They like to kind of paint a picture to the kid like, oh, your dad doesn't do this, I do everything for you, that type of thing. And I just feel like even if he is a bad dad or whatever the case may be, I feel like you should let your child have their own opinions because eventually they grow up, and they find out the truth. But I just feel like women beat men down at their lowest instead of, building them up, elevating them. Yes, a man is supposed to lead and elevate you also, but I feel like it's a partnership. What he lacks, you should pick it up. And what you lack, he should pick it up. Now, I'm not saying you financially provide for him. I'm not saying that you um, stay at home while he works on his music career or his engineer career. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is to basically support him. Find ways that you can help him, support him in a way that's beneficial to both of you. Um, but I feel like more so it's always men that support women in that way. Women are not willing to do anything that would make them feel like they're the masculine energy in the relationship, which is, understandable. But I feel like sometimes these visions of how you want it, the vision of how a woman wants her relationship to be sometimes is a little bit um, distorted. I feel like most women make up a fantasy in their mind and how they want this man to be, and when that man does not conquer what they want them to be, it's a problem. And she starts to resent him. She starts to, um, like I said, belittle him and see him in a different light. I feel like it's so easy for a woman to get the ick, as you will say. And if you really think about it, some of the things that women are getting the icks about and belittling men about are shallow. And like I said, that's not loving in the purest way, you know? But a man doesn't mind if you take that wig off and you got them straight backs in for 30 weeks, and he's not saying nothing. He still loves you. And when you curse him out or you don't have money or you can't do, certain things that maybe he wants you to do, he doesn't, it's not a deal breaker for him. He still doesn't change his vision of you. And I feel like if a man was to disappoint a woman just once or maybe even twice, their vision of them changes. It's like, it's just something, I don't know. It's just something that I feel like women need to work on and not be so shallow about, and understand that the world that we live in, yes, we live in a time where everything is so expensive, and you want the dates, you want the vacations, you want the big house, you want this, you want that, but are you willing to um, help that man, get to that point to where he's able to take you on those vacations, do this, do that, And I feel like men put up with so much and they suffer for a while. And I feel like that's also why some men do cheat. And yes, you should be like, hey, I'm feeling this way. I have attraction to another woman, and let her know. I don't think that cheating is okay in any way, shape, or form, but I feel like men do cheat because, like I said, it's a bad look on men to leave a relationship. But when a woman leaves a relationship, it's okay, but, you know, I just I just think that men should be able to express how they feel without the crying, without the family calling, without the people, harassing him a little bit, So, you know, I just think that women should ask themselves, would you want to stay in a relationship with yourself? You know, Men go through a lot of things and men hold a lot of things in. And that's why I feel like a woman should be a safe place instead of, always the battle, always nagging. Maybe he had a bad day. Men have bad days too. Men have emotions too. Men go through many things outside of the world that they don't talk about. And if a man doesn't want to be with you, sometimes, it doesn't have anything to do with you. But sometimes, as a woman, our attitudes. Do you want to be with somebody who has an attitude like yours? Do you want to be with someone who always is expecting you to be perfect? And I feel like women always expect the man to be perfect, to put up with their mess, to put up with their drama, you know? I don't know. And it's just like almost, I'm going to say 80% of the time, the women want the man back. After you done told your family he ain't nothing, you done told your kids that he ain't nothing, but you want him back. You let him back in. Why? Because you know that he has potential. You know that he can do better. It's just not going to be when you want it to be better. It's not going to be, um, he's not going to maybe do exactly what you want in the moment. You have to let him be a man and do things how he wants to do it. Yes, it may take time or whatever. And if you feel that you can't wait, okay. But you don't have to belittle him. You don't have to um, talk down on him just because he's not who you want him to be yet. Men have feelings also. Men have dreams just how you have dreams. And another thing, women think that men are supposed to have all this money, and they're supposed to have like this great job, this great career, but they don't even have that themselves. Some women don't have it. Y'all stay in a busted up house. Your bed is on the floor. You don't even have a TV. You don't have anything, but you have so many expectations for this man or for these men, and it's just like you're not even together. How do you expect you to attract that type of man when you're not put together? Now, I'm not saying that you have to have everything to get the man that you want, but I'm saying that you can't attract what you want if you're not who you want to be, you know? If you watch my other videos, I've explained it, but I just feel like men should be able to leave the relationship without um, a bashing party or without him giving up on his family per se. Because when you speak down on him and you don't love him unconditionally, you're also giving up on your family, you know? Sometimes us women are just kind of blind and deaf to our own displays of behavior, our own voices, the things that we say. Um, and it's just like, oh, I'm princess, you know? And it's like, no. Have queen energy. Be fair. Relationships are not just something you can just bounce from. You'll never be happy. You know? You just have to work on it and really get to know your man. Create a safe space for him. So if if he does ever decide to leave, it can be on good terms. And you don't have to feel like such a heartbreak. You know, learn to love without attachment, but learn to love unconditionally at the same time as a woman. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. And I just wanted to bring awareness that a man hurts in a relationship, a man also suffers in a relationship. A woman will hit him and he doesn't hit her back. And they think that that's, oh, I hit him, but he can't hit me back. But if he does hit you, it's the end of the world. I just feel like not everything can just be so one-sided in a relationship, and women need to take more accountability in the relationship and be more understanding to men and be self-aware. That's the biggest thing. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, and I hope everybody's day is really well. I wish nothing but peace, love, and abundance to you. Bye.